Welcome everyone to a Casual Esports Amateur League playoff vodcast action. Coming at you, this is the AMO host and caster. We got two good teams coming to you out of the Piltover division with the #1 seed InkJet420 versus Stars United Esports Club. I think they ended up as the 5 seed? 5 seed, right? Or are they the 6? Maybe they were the 6 seed. Can't remember off the top of my head. But we're in a little bit of a hurry today, so not a lot of intermission in between games. We're just going to go right over to it. Masaki! Okay, we're going to jump out onto the rift. So this should be a really swell matchup as we're going to start off with InkJet here. Their top laner Fat Cow on the Narn top lane, Real Botox on the Zac jungle, Photo Smart on the TF mid lane, Sheep's Head on the Ezreal AD carry, and Dat Puff playing the Kitty Cat Yuumi on the book. The Wookiee Warrior is going to be playing the Silas up top. We got Soul Reaver on the CasualEAL. Goiner running mid lane Nocturne. Ooh, chains are going to miss there from the Silas. Perseverance on the Misfortune. And Rocket Tacos is going to be playing the Seraphine. So I actually like the team comps from both of these teams. We have the kind of duking it out. Can be kind of tanky depending on how the Silas wants to build. But kind of lane focused versus the healing in the mid lane. TF Global versus the Nocturne Global is going to be pretty awesome to go up against. And then you have the Ezreal Yuumi poke lane versus the Misfortune Seraphine poke heal lane, I guess, for themselves. Support. So, you know, getting that Enchanter on here in the bot lane. So, Nocturne and Silas are going to be lane swapping here. Solo laners. We'll see how this goes. Now, Silas can do an excellent job. He does go in there, but he gets the first proc as the trading goes back and forth between the mid laners here. Or, I guess, you know, the fact that you can flex the Nocturne and the Silas is really nice. I'm not exactly sure who this favors. Obviously, it does look like Stars Esports, or Stars United Esports Club here. They've been the one that selects to go for the lane swap. We will see how they want to engage this going further. And they definitely need to push this kind of advantage, right? If you're the one that chooses to do the lane swap, you gotta have to kind of win the lanes. I am going to leave the champions where they're at on the profile here, so that matches up with the VOD picks. Up on the side. I don't think if I rotate if it matters, right? Can I rotate them? It does swap. Interesting. Okay. Wookiee gonna go in here for a nice trade, and he's gonna finish this one off. Flashing out is both the TF and the Silas. No Ignite burnt, as we're now gonna try and see transition into some of the other lane phases going forward. Zac CasualEAL, real good tank engaged junglers. Not gonna be seeing a whole lot of action coming out of them though prior to 4, 5, and even 6. And I think it's going to really come down to this game is where the global ults go and end up. Where is Nocturne going to use first ult? Where's Twisted Fate going to use the first ult? Where's Silas going to use the ult to steal TF's ult? Where's he going to go? As the junglers are on top of each other. CasualEAL is going to be the first to move. Gold card. Oh, Silas going to go in. He's going to miss the chains. Oh no! Photo Smart is going to get dropped down to the CasualEAL though, as that is a good gank and counter gank coming out. Can Soul Reaver take out the Bloblets? Has gone into little form. He does have Smite if he wants to stick around, but I think he's going to back off from this as the Fear Tether goes off onto the Nara, who's going to have to jump away from that one. And now go back into it. So Wookie missed the chains. If that would have landed, that definitely would have been first blood over to the Silas. But we'll see how the rest of this landing goes here. As Twisted Fate, first item, Boots Lucidity. So cooldown reduction, particularly on his teleport, his flash, his ultimate. Trying to span those abilities in lane, maybe to push in the Silas. Try and get a better matchup benefit for them. Plus, a little bit of mobility in lane never hurts trying to dodge that engage. You know what? Since it does look like they're going to be sticking with this lineup here, as Nocturne and Silas both have Ignite, I am going to swap the positions to have Nocturne up top and Silas in the mid lane here. A little bit easier trying to track the CS differential, as the cards are being thrown right and left now by Twisted Fate. Definitely pushing in. And Gnar getting the push in on the Nocturne. With the auto attacks and the boomerangs, doing a really good job up here. Bot lane we haven't paid much attention to, but the poke from Ezreal and Yuumi seems to be kind of winning out in the CS and just overall push from the side of InkJet. And I think this lane won't get a whole lot of focus. I think a lot of the focus until maybe Dragon 2 will be on the top half of the map. The globals, I think, are what's really important. Ooh, nice E-in. Stops the back from Misfortune. Good trade by the Wookiee. Gonna get the kill here. So when you do land your chains, easy to pick up the kill. As Silas has now hit 6. Wasn't able to, I guess didn't even need to pick up the TF ult. In that regards, just full engaged in under tower. Or I guess I didn't even make a tower. Sejuani gonna go in for a nice counter jungling, but there's nothing there for her to pick up. So Soul Reaver's gonna be pretty sad on this invade. Does get some nice vision though, gonna be protecting the Nocturne. As I stated, it's definitely like a top half the map focus for the early part of this game. I don't think there's going to be like a whole lot of gangster action going on down at the bottom. Zach's going to jump in here onto the Silas. It's going to steal Zach's ultimate away. Let's see here. Gnar's going to go in, does land one auto, 2, throws the boulder. Nice fear, so he gets pushed back. Stun's not going to land. As Sejuani looking to start up Dragon, as we're going to follow this top laner. Slams the Nocturne into the wall, throws another boulder, but that minion block is real. So Dragon didn't actually get started. They just cleared up, getting up the, you know, the little crab there in the river. Get the vision, lane control. Looks like on the carries here, all in favor right now of InkJet in the CS department. Twisted Fate is in the top lane. We'll see if he wants to go in. Does throw out a pick try card. Maybe we're looking for the gold card out of the pick of cards. Gnar is going to hit level 6. Now he used his ultimate on the last time he was in Mega Gnar form, so it's not going to be available for this tower dive. But with the Nocturne ultimate, that's not going to be able to keep him away because they're too close, as Gnar is going to walk this one out. He's going to have to run. Silas is running up here. He's going to dash in, not land the change. Great gold card and stun. Zach's going to use the Let's Bounce to try and jump in, and that's not going to work as he's going to be chasing after the middle. And another gold card on the side of Photosmart. Excellent job at saving his top laner. 2 gold cards in a row for the save. He's definitely going to be helpful with this. Silas, oh, not going to land the chains. His back Cal's going to slip away of that one. Oh my gosh, they're going to go back in. Zach's going to come over the wall, misses the team shot. There's yet another gold card on the side of Photosmart. Silas is going to go in trying to get some of that Vamp Scepter. And oh my gosh, Gnar Boomerang's going to take the kill. Wookiee wasn't able to dodge out of that one. Photospart's got to pick up, got to get a nickname, because 3 gold cards in a row, very impressive on this champion. Laying down Sejuani is going to go in here. His ultimate comes out as well. Deals a lot of damage, but nothing that Flash and just Yuumi heal can't clear. I guess Yuumi didn't even use heal, sorry, just her normal E heal. Now, Perseverance is out of mana here, expecting them to back now that they have pushed it in the tower. Maybe they get one tower play. And there's the Yuumi ultimate with flash out of Misfortune as Sejuani's burnt ultimate now as well, trying to get in, pushing everyone up as Ezreal does have a ton of mana here. Surfing's now about a body blocking Qs from Ezreal, trying to get this wave pushed back. I think they probably should just push the wave in and back entirely, seeing their AD carry, who's kind of a caster AD carry, right? Misfortune, particularly early on, not auto attack damage focus, definitely spent a lot of, trying to get the Qs and the Es off here in lane. Out of mana, not in, no ultimate, not pushing in, kind of hurt them in that. Should have just pushed it in left. We will see what's going on here, as Twisted Fate has definitely been the focal point of the action on the side of InkJet. I think that's kind of what we have to do when you have a Twisted Fate comp, right? He has to be the catalyst, or, the accelerator for your team and how things should go. Not all the times, but a lot of times here, Silas is going to go in for a trade combo. Gold card means that he's just going to be able to walk away. He has been ignited. He's trying to walk this one out. He does not have flash. And Wookie's just going to take him down in lane, yanding his own chain of combinations. So Silas definitely winning in the 1v1 when there hasn't been any jungle interaction. But does not mean that he is winning everything as he's trying to get it. Sejuani's jumping in with Zac. Can they get it down? No, Snar is going to take that one. Sejuani does get the stun up. Zac's going to use Let's Bounce. Snar's going to slam into the wall. Nocturne ultimate come to try and protect his carry. Not going to happen here as the jungler is now. Zac's going to be trying to escape it. Ignite has been burned, but he's gotten on the blob form. Not going to happen as he's trying to use the area effect damage for nice stun. And autos on the side of Gnar, helping out the jungler here. And this the teamwork. That's Fat Cow with the kill. Seraphine and Misfortune are not here in time. And it definitely looks like Stars United Esports Club are starting to fall behind in these skirmishes. They may be getting one kill here or there, but ultimately the Zac, Twisted Fate, and Gnar are definitely playing the three-man game better in the top half of the map than their opponents right now. Also, the ability to teleport to a Zac bloblet saved his life. Or possibly Misfortune go here on the Zac. There's the Seraphine. I mean, that's a great combination, right? Seraphine into Misfortune. Just absolutely great. Gnar's going to get some tower plates off here now with Sejuani up here. Gnar is about to go Mega yet again, and Sejuani's going to go in. Now, Sejuani does like this comp as the top laner and the mid laner both, in this sense, are melee attackers. So we definitely stack some of that Seraphine passive, get the stunts off a little bit easier if it comes to the team fights. Can't fall too far behind, though. We'll say with all this action going on mid lane, the mid laners being kind of low on expected CS at the moment here at 12 minutes. Next dragon will be spawning here in 50. This is another air drake. Everyone wants the air drake. Ezreal comes out. I think just deal a lot of damage to the minions and sort of push off. Try and get as much damage down onto Misfortune. Try and push her out of lane, as the Yuumi is definitely showing how much healing she can do here. Keeping Ezreal nice and healthy. Now, people are start to get close to level 11s. We can see those level 2 ultimates come into play, particularly when the second dragon comes up. You want to get level 11 for that, second dragon. Gnar is at 10. It doesn't look like he's going to hit 11 before dragon. Gnar is, sorry, that's Gnar. Nocturne is 9. Silas is getting ganked. Gold card. It's going to have Sejuani with the ultimate. It's going to try and help the mid laner die there, but ganks into the mid lane. Now it's going to throw Nocturne into the wall, try and get another stun fighting under tower. And there's the Yuumi ult on top of the Twisted Fate, and the exhaust going to be placed down on to the Sejuani, trying to get over the wall, and it's not going to happen. Didn't have flash, did not have Q. Seraphine now is trying to prevent the tower from going down, as Shelly was summoned here in the mid lane to take a lot of the tower plates. Nocturne trying to wave clear in the top lane is pretty difficult, as Misfortune has burnt the ultimate down in the bot lane, and Stormbreaker is going to help Gnar get the kill up top. Nocturne is 0-3-0. Looking very good for the Gnar. So 10 seconds here before tower plates go down. Gnar has gotten 3 in the top lane. They've gotten 3 in the mid lane with the help of Shelly, and no tower plates in the bottom. So InkJet420. Another tower plate goes over to the Gnar here. It's going to try and get escape from the Silas. He's missed the one. Used the jump from the Stormbreaker here. Trying to dash out of this with the help of the speed up from going from Mega to Mini Form. Goes out the Boomerang for the slow. Jumps in under tower. Flashes away from Silas before he can finish off the combo. And he's going to live with how much health here? Less than 75. Excellent job on the side of Fat Cow and escaping the Silas roam. Zach jumps over the pit, trying to do a smite steal. Very funny looking, but was not in Zayne's. There is Nocturne. Oh my gosh, this is the combo that Stars have been looking to run the entire game. Nocturne and Seraphine just absolutely obliterating. No vision, and you're just being charmed in there as well. So does look like Stars picking up 2 dragons, getting a couple kills on the back end here. Means they're not quite out of it. They definitely are now looking at a win condition of getting to the Elder Dragon as quickly as possible. Maybe get out of these laning phases, as it doesn't look like it's gone as well as they would have liked. Down CS in all 3 lanes. Only the jungler is currently up. I guess Seraphine is up as well. So Gnar going to go Mega Gnar, slams Silas into the wall, and that's what happens when you have Gnar that fed this early on. Level 12 now, and definitely up, trying to carry from the top half of the map. That additional jump in on the Stride Breaker is really, really impactful, and I like Fat Cow's using that item very well so far this game to properly use it as an engage tool and as a disengage tool. Like to see players use their abilities and skills, and that includes items to the most optimal usage here. Okay, so Susan, Shelly number 2, will be spawning here momentarily. It's really just joined the map. We'll see if Gnar does. Looks like he can start this one. We're going to have a 4-man pylon down here in the bottom part of the map. In comes Sejuani. Oh my gosh, miss ultimate on the Sejuani. Excellent dodge by the flash by Ezreal here. Just such a slippery champion to gank. If he would have landed the Sejuani ultimate into, I guess then Silas using the Gnar ultimate would have been devastating on the side of InkJet. But good escape there as Gnar has transitioned now to the mid lane and has picked up that tower as well. So at 17 minutes, we have a 5,000 gold lead in favor of InkJet. That's pretty substantial gold lead here. Now, I'm going to guess most of that is in the top laner. He is 2,500 of that 5,000 gold lead. Mid laner is 2,000 of that as well. So basically, it's just the top of the mid laner is your gold difference at the moment. We'll see if Zach wants to get in onto the side list. Does slap them together and try and run. There's an exhaust. I think they may be trying to tower dive this Silas. He's going to go down Ezreal, laying down the auto attack. Zach's going to jump out of there as Ezreal finishes up this tower. And a couple more autos. So the Sejuani now looking at getting the second Rift Herald, Susan, while Nocturne is there as well. Misfortune and Seraphine were pushing out mid lane here as the trio pushing down bot for InkJet. Gnar is here though. Nice Sejuani ultimate. Trying to get in onto the Nocturne ultimate's going to come in as well. He's going to get the tether and the fear off, but Gnar's trying to go Mega here. Will he be able to get in time? He's gonna, yes he does! He gets Mega, gets all of that health back. Absolutely ridiculous as the last bounce from Zach is going to cancel the Misfortune ultimate, and Seraphine's going to drop as well as Gnar with the help of Twisted Fate showing up. Is going to get a double kill there in the top lane, and it does look like Seraphine dropped here in the bot lane. This Gnar is absolutely so strong right now. He also has the Sterix gauge that definitely got off in the last skirmish as well, keeping his health alive between Sterix and going Mega Form. All that extra bonus health really helping him survive the 2v1. And then, you know, Twisted Fate showed up at the very end just for bonus help. Okay, with 25 seconds, and Stars really need to start thinking about putting all their baskets here into the dragon bucket, right? I'm normally not a fan of this, but you got to really try. I mean, you've got 2 dragons. You're starting to fall behind pretty far in levels and gold and experience. Items are looking pretty brim. Obviously, Nar's got 2.5 items already compared to no one. I mean, your Silas doesn't even have 1 item yet. So, definitely looking to try and maybe get a steal here on this dragon. You have to find, like, the perfect fight, right? Nar is teleport, so it's going to be hard to someone match him in a split push. But I think you need to get a pick here, and Zach's the right person to get picked on. There's the Nocturne ultimate, and it doesn't look like they actually found anyone, though, as he's getting able to get away before Nocturne can make the jump. With Silas pushing in the mid lane, it looks like they're going to do a 4v4 here at the Dragon. Silas is going to go up top and counter the Gnar, who's going to teleport in. There's no teleport on the side of Stars to Mactus, as Zach's going to get a Let's Bounce in the very far back line. There's the Yuumi on the Gnar going in. He's going to be able to stun a couple of people. Misfortune ultimate comes back in return, but it's not going to do any damage as Gnar is jumping into the back line now. He is huge. He's going to slam 2 people into the wall. Great job on that. Seraphine ultimate does come out, does charm a couple, but it's not going to matter. There's a real box. He's finally going to drop down. Ezreal is finally picking up some kills on the back end. Here's Wookiee Warriors, the only one left alive, and he is going to drop to Gnar. Ezreal also picked up a couple of kills in that team fight, as that was an excellent job on the side of InkJet here. Using the split push, and when Silas wasn't there, it was a 4v5, and then a quick 5v4. Long range engage from the Zach, as they could not peel back fast enough on the side of Swick. Swack. Swuck. Sunk. Tower's gone down. Gnar's taking Dragon. Inhibitor gonna drop here probably. This is one thing I kind of want to see. At 20 minutes, I don't know if you need to break that inhibitor. You could have just left the inhibitor up here in competitive play. It's different in solo queue, but in competitive play, you just leave the inhibitor up, particularly if it's the mid one, and then you can sort of save it till later. And then you can, after this, you back, you buy, you set your lanes up again, you whip your vision around the Baron pit, and then when you get Baron, you can push in and get both inhibitors around the same time. That way, the super minions are spawning more in sync. Just one of those kind of things on really, really high level of play, things you're trying to look to target at the same time. Also, in this instance, when you are up 10,000 gold, I don't think it matters. But when you do break an inhibitor like this means that super minions are being naturally pushing into the enemy team, which naturally beats them more golden experience. If they have a really good defense for the next 3 to 5 minutes coming out on the side of Stars here, if they defend really well in the mid lane in those tier 2 and the outers, they can actually play catch up with a lot of that gold and experience for them to, you know, come back into this match. But I think the Twisted Fate and Gnar combination on the split push is going to be really strong on the side of InkJet here. Like, they are up, like, you know, over 10,000 gold, and that's usually like a breaking point. 10,000 gold is usually extremely hard to come back from, so it's not the end of the world to take the inhibitor, just something to kind of touch base on and kind of look at and see how things go for certain teams and how they want to overall, you know, break the map open, as they are clustering as 5 on the top half of the map, which is to be expected. Baron is in play, and you know, Gnar doesn't have teleport. Twisted Fate is got 2 levels in his ultimate, but it's not the end of the world. Now, they didn't sweep actual Baron. They swept the lane, the jungle to Baron, so they know the enemy team is coming here. Let's see if they look for a turn here with Zach Yuumi, maybe on an re-engage here off the Baron, as Silas is fighting Gnar on the sidelines. He's going to go in, Misfortune going in, and he's going to miss the Gnar ultimate, but there's the Ezreal ult that comes across. We'll see if they get any more. They're just going to fade it on a... I mean, they did peel him off of the Baron, which is nice if you're the side of Stars here. But it does look like InkJet's is going to be like, okay, we didn't get that objective. We'll just go and take the top one. We did get a flash out of Silas as Zach's looking for a long-range engage here. Yumi gets some enough. CasualEAL ultimate, Nocturne ultimate, burn out as all the AoE games playing Misfortune's going to pick up one kill, trying to get at him, get enough. Zach's Let's bouncing around, but he's going to go back into the bottle form as Ezreal and Gnar are mini form trying to lay damage over the side. CasualEAL is going to get into his way. Misfortune comes. Silas is coming here as well as actually Nocturne's going to pick up the enemy jungler. And it looks like the enemy team on Stars, as that was a great engage on the 3 as Gnar dropped into mini form for that fight. Perfect timing. Nocturne, Misfortune, Seraphine, all those ultimates all together. Definitely really good for Stars, pushing them off. And this is what I'm talking about. If you don't set up your engages right, excellent job. Well, let's see how much they can do with taking 2 people off the map. They definitely got, I think, a shutdown on Zach, too. Got Nocturne a little bit back into it here as they're desperately trying to get to their second items. Ezreal's at 2 items. Zach's at 2 items. TF's at 2 items. Gnar's at almost 3 items. Seraphine, or Yumi's the only one not at 2 items on the side of InkJet. And after they got the kills, they had to fall back to the base to clear out minions. And it does look like InkJet's back onto the Baron. We'll be seeing how this goes for them, respectively, as they finally found the ward in the back of the pit. That's been there both times, and Zach is trying to get healed up. And will CasualEAL go in with the Q, and is not going to go for it. Gnar's going to go over the wall. Kane and get this. Yumi's going to fall with him as well, as Zach's going to try and jump, and it's not going to matter. And Nocturne is going to pop the ultimate to help disengage for his team. Silas, why are you going back in? There's no need for that. Disengage from Nocturne, pushing the team on back. As Zach's going to leap forward. Does land the elastic slingshot, but it's not going to matter. I guess not the slingshot, right? Zach's ease the slingshot. Ease the slingshot. What's the Q called? Stretching strike. Well, this should be an easy tower. Just 1 or 2 auto attacks from everyone. There you go. And now you can push in with the Baron. All 5 members of InkJet are here. Stars need another perfect engage like they did on the last time, but they don't have the CasualEAL ultimate. They don't have the Nocturne ultimate. So it's just going to be down to the Seraphine and Misfortune Wombo combo. Now, Wookiee on the Silas has stolen Gnar's ultimate. We'll see how impactful he can get over the wall. Maybe slam a couple of people to chain CC them. That's what they desperately need here, as the Ezreal Twisted Fate hope right now is real, pushing them off. They also have 1 Ocean Dragon helping them with the push for InkJet. That means it's going to be kind of an easier little bit of a tower. They're going to go in and take this inhibitor, as the mid inhibitor has respawned already, so maybe they'll look to take that one now. Silas is going to, misses the chains on the Ezreal. Okay. Ezreal's now. Great Q. Just a lot of damage coming out of this lethality build here on the Ezreal pretty early, as there's not a lot of items, particularly defensive items, on the side of Stars to prevent whatever is coming out of him, or Gnar, or Twisted Fate, or Zach, or Yumi. You know, being this far behind is happening. So what is a 10,000 gold lead-ish when they got Baron, and it does look like CasualEAL is going to maybe try and jump on the Gnar. We'll see how much the Baron power play is going to be helping InkJet, as they will be picking up Ocean Dragon here as they transition to bot lane. Interesting that they didn't stick with the minions in mid lane to try and break that inhibitor again. Maybe they're trying to, you know, be proper and collect all of the towers around the map. And if you have all 3 inhibitors down, it's usually, what, like a 99% chance it's GG. You break all 3 inhibitors. Okay, ultimates are all back up for Stars. They're going to have to engage when this Baron falls off. How much is left here? As there is charms going in. Baron is nearly gone. We're just dancing out. Okay, and Gnar's going to go in big here. There's a Nocturne ultimate trying to do the counter engagement. Ezreal goes through and does deal a ton of damage. Nocturne's gone in the back line, but looks like he's going to die pretty fast as we follow the Zach and the Gnar into the back line on the side of Stars. It's only the CasualEAL left up alive on the side of them, and it looks like Soul Reaver is going to be soul gone to game 2, because this ace has been brought to you by InkJet420, as they're going to be taking game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Or, yeah, there they go. Like, they're not focusing on things, but there it is. So this was pretty much control. I mean, the early skirmishes thought to be a fight, but then they snowballed their lead great. Not sure where Baron ended, but they do end the game up 15,000 gold in their favor. Well, that was an intense game one coming at you here. Definitely in favor of InkJet420, as they are going to take the victory. Here's the final stats here. And it doesn't look like I no gold stats for you, but definitely in charge. The Gnar 11-0-6, Ezreal 4-0-7. There was no real threat. Nocturne nor Silas got to the point where they could dive back onto the Ezreal, or even Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate didn't even go Zhonya's this game. Didn't need to. And really good game from them here in game number one. It's going to go show final stats there. Let's see here. Pull the stats up for you. And I will leave this up as I get everything set up for game number two. Here's pick ban for game number two. Okay, and we will be swapping over to the game now. Hasagi! Still good. There we are. Okay, let's get going here in game number two. So InkJet420 took that kind of early game with the mid-top focus, particularly top lane, just getting a ton of kills on the side of that Gnar. And it looks like the Wookiee Warriors is going to be taking the Gnar back on the side of Stars United Esports. So definitely a champion that this teams want to run, as Silas has actually been taken by Photosmart. So let's just go down the time. Wookiee Warrior on the Gnar in the top lane, Soul Reaver on the Gragas jungle, Oiner is going to be running Karma mid, Perseverance on Sivir 80 carry, and Rocket Tacos on the Braum support. On the side of InkJet420, we got Fat Cow on the, oh my gosh, this is an old classic if you haven't seen the flashless top, oh my gosh, Teleport Ignite, Dragon Lady. What's Dragon Lady? Say your name. Why am I drawing a blank? It starts with an S. We'll get to it here in a second. I'm gonna Shyvana. Thank you, chat, Shyvana. I can't. Why have I blanked on Shyvana's name? It's just I was just so excited to see top Ignite teleport Shyvana. It's been so long since we've seen that. Real box back on the Zac in the jungle, Photosmart, as we said, Silas mid lane, and Sheep's Head and Dat Puff returning to the same Ezreal Yumi bot lane combo. pretty easy start here. No real engages or anything. It's going to be a lot different. We'll see how good the mid lanes go. Lots of action last game early on in the mid and top. And we'll see if that makes the same difference. I also kind of wanted to see what's, you know, the Shyvana here, what she's maxing. Does have E. First point is the AoE affected wave damage. It's been a while since I've played top Shyvana. I've really liked it. Basically, just like, you could also, if you were really, really cheeky, you could take like, previously you could take, you know, teleport smite top Shyvana, and you just like go in and like just level 1 just do their blue side and then show up at like level 2 or level 2 to the top lane and be like, yeah, I missed the entire first wave, don't care, I'm already ahead of you in experience and gold. Just smite cannon minions. Oh, just super hard push, roam, use the W to run around. We'll see if it goes for like a Sunfire build, or if it goes on an attack speed on hit, or is it going to be an AP Shyvana? I'm really interested to see what this top lane is going to be pulling out from back out. Definitely knows pretty good player based on the first game on the Nard here. His mid laners are just dumping all of their abilities down onto each other. Flashes and Ignite on the side of Silas, as Karma is going to live. And down to less than 50 health on the Karma, so excellent engage here by Photosmart to push Karma out of lane. Karma does have teleport, as Silas is using the corrupting pod. That sometimes you'll see a lot of mid laners do is they will burn all of their mana in pots to get the early push in early so they can get a back, so they can get a buy-in. We'll see if he picks up maybe like a Dark Seal or what his first purchase is going to buy. They're going to try and look over Gragas, trying to get a bit barrel slope. And the body slam onto, there's a flash by Zach. As Gragas with the early control of this means Gnar comes down and actually is going to be the one to take the Scuttle Crab. Now Silas, having used all of his potions and is not backed, means he's kind of could be in a rough spot here, as Zach's going to be the first one over to the bottom Scuttle Crab. But Ezreal, Yuumi do have a little bit of push-up. Gragas is going to flash in with the help of Karma, the speed-up shield. Here's Ezreal and Yuumi are on their way. And we do have teleport from Shyvana that can save the Zac if they're going to use it. But First Blood is going to go over to Gragas, as Gnar is teleporting into this, as Yuumi is transferred over to the Silas. Karma trying to go for the snare. It's not going to land. Gnar is Megan form, and he's just going to hit that little helicopter and go back to base. Excellent escape on the side of the Ezreal and Yuumi. Kind of a rough go there. Now, if Shyvana would have teleported to Zac, I think Zac might have had a chance to live, or at least return some AoE damage in return in the skirmish, but it would have been a full 5v5, and no one knows how that would have gone. Instead, decided to stay up in the top lane. Probably actually a, very solo queue focus thing, but not the end of the world here, as the trade kills were 1-for-1. Now Gnar is here with a pickaxe, and he's going to be chasing down on the Shyvana. One more auto attack, and does not get it. There is the grass proc though. If he would have got the hyper there and gone a little bit faster, maybe he would have kept on chasing. Now Sivir has picked up the Tear and Cull coming out on her end. And Ezreal's gone for the, Sheen first item, trying to get that as much damage coming off early. Braum is pretty good counter to the Ezreal here if he uses the proper, abilities. And Gragas is going to go and miss the body slam though with the help of Yuumi. Ezreal's able to speed up just a little tiny bit. Also the dash away. Oh no, Gragas stayed to get caught on the pink ward, and Zac is there to counter engage, as they're going to dash in there, slam Braum into a minion. Not going to happen, as Ezreal lays out a lot of damage, but one of that was spell shooting on the side of Sivir. Yuumi trying to get a little bit more healing off as Zac goes into lane. Now Silas definitely has control of the mid wave here, so Zac and Yuumi are going to be focusing in on Dragon number 1, which is a Cloud Dragon. We'll see if that makes a difference, as Gnar, Shyvana are still duking it up in top lane. Shyvana does have gone for the Vamp Scepter first item, so we'll see what that kind of builds into. What is she going to be going for? how successful is going to be. Braum, Sivir going to go over to the Dragon now, throwing out some Qs, trying to get some healing on. Ezreal is now stuck between a rock and a hard place, but so is the bot lane from the side of Stars. They're stuck between Ezreal and then Dragon. Karma in the mid lane is going to happen as Shyvana is going to go double Dragon, Mega Dragon form here, as first Dragon is going to go over to the side of InkJet. Real quick, go up over to Shyvana. Let's see here. What's her Fear of the Dragon? So she's going to get 5 additional armor and magic resistance from the Dragon right now. And trying to go in, but Gragas, she's gone out of Dragon form with the help of Gnar. Can she lifesteal away? Gragas is going to E out. He lives. Oh my gosh. Gragas with less than 30 health up in the top lane. Living through that one. The close calls in this matches are literally tens of health in some of these dives. We'll see what can Silas use if he steals the Empower Karma Shield. Okay, is everything sort of getting cleared out? Silas going to go in there for another trade. He has Burning Ignite. He's going to go with the Flash, and the root is going to happen, but not enough healing on the side of the Empower W from Karma. She is going to get dropped in the mid lane, but Gragas is going to return for the damage, and there's healing on the side of Silas as well. The Silas heal is too strong right now. Oh my gosh, Shyvana. It's so scary when she jumps in the dragon form sometimes. Does look like Gragas trying to get this steal on here, as well as going to blast Cone out. Ezreal Yuumi pushing down in the bot lane, trying to get one tower plate here before 10 minutes. Wookiee a little unhealthy here at the moment. On the Gnar, as Shyvana, with the help of the Vamp Scepter, is going to stay on that bigger health. Now, both these champions, when they go into their ultimate forms, do get extra health. So, that's a unique interaction. We'll see how that causes anything to occur. Up here in the top lane, Zach did a little bit of jungling. Now, the Gragas did place a nice pink ward on the cross from the red buff. So we'll see if there's an interaction from the future red buffs, how long that pink ward lasts. Sometimes that's a fun little mini game for the chat to discuss. How long will the pink ward Gragas go over the wall? And Shyvana not going to be able to go to dragon form there, as Wookiee Warrior is going to slam his giant fist down on her. And now it's up to Sivir for the push. And now Zach's going to go in there on the jump and stops. Gnar's jump's going to slap them together. Get a let's bounce and try and push Gnar back into the wall. Gets the shutdown as Wookiee stayed too long pushing that tower to the tower. Now we have Karma trying to run away from the Silas. Great ultimate steal on the side of Photosmart, but then countered by the Gragas Barrel himself. But there's one slow. He's going to have to try and dash over the wall. Karma's going to dash actually back into Karma. They make sure he gets the life steal. Gragas is going to flash here with the bottom side. Not going to be able enough damage as there's enough heal. Sivir ultimate's going to come through, and that's going to be Q sniped on the Boomerang AD carry. Zach's going to slam two people together, but the passive from the Braum going to get a stun in. As Sivir, is going to in. Braum's going to flash ultimate in. As Zach's going to try and jump away with the Elastic Sling Swallow. That's not going to happen. Teleport's coming in from Gnar for this. As Shyvana is just going to walk away. Sivir picks up a second kill in that skirmish at 11 minutes, all while Yuumi and Ezreal are in the bot lane taking tower plates. And I do see that is going to be Shelly going over to the side of Stars United Esports Club. Where are they going to take it? Maybe the Gnar, get Gnar even further ahead of this Shyvana, get a nice push going. Maybe you take it to bot lane, get that gold on the Sivir, your AD carry, who is definitely doing fairly nice for herself. As Gnar's going to go in here onto the Shyvana, lands the full combo, as well as Dragon formed up, and heals a little bit back up, and she keeps going for some more damage. So we have another one of these little daggers. I don't know the pictures. That's the recurve bow. As recurve bow didn't recognize the image on that one. We'll see what she wants to go for. Blade of the Room King, not out of the possibility of that. That was something that the old top Shyvana did run. Braum lands a nice one. Q there with the help of Ignite, as down goes the Sylas here in the mid lane. Perseverance is on a killing spree. Watch out, soon as Sivir starts getting in some of these items, if she goes that lethality build, she's going to start shredding through the enemy team, as it does look like Gragas is going to use the Shelly down here in the bot lane to try and get even more tower plates, this time going over to the Karma, trying to get her back in a nice gold position, and she is 1,000 gold down even after those tower plates to the Sylas. We'll actually leave the gold totals back up on screen for everyone to see, as Gnar is up 1,000, and it's basically a 2,000 gold lead in favor of Stars at the moment, and that is coming from the 1,000 on the Gnar. Gragas has got a nice 500 gold lead, and the Sivir has a nice 1,000 gold lead as well. Zach's looking to Elastic Slingshot in onto the Gragas, going to get one structure on. Nice ultimate's going to separate everyone else. Braum's going to slightly miss everyone with his R. Good attempt on the side of Stars, though, to get the engage on the bot lane on the slippery AD carry. And with that, they are just going to walk over as a group of 4 onto this dragon, as the top laners are duking it out up here. Shyvana is going to go into ultimate form and drop the Ignite onto the Gnar, who's in a little baby form. He's trying to dance his way down the river, but the QE is going to finish that one off. So Shyvana finally getting some revenge. Being you're not the only champion that can transform and dominate this lane. 10 seconds before tower plates here. Does look like 2 are down in the top lane, and 4 in the bot lane, and 2 in the mid lane. So a lot of tower plates there. 2, 2, and 4. So 6 over to the side of Stars, and they had got InkJet looked like they had gotten 2 tower plates down in bot lane and maybe 1 up here in top lane before it timed out. So 4 over to InkJet. So they now have some dancing going on. No Susan yet. Dragon's not for another 4 minutes. And it does look like the Sivir Braum combo is going to be here in mid lane, as Sylas seals the Braum ultimate and uses it against him. And with the help of Zach and Yuumi, that's going to be an easy pickup on the enemy support. Gragas is trying to finish off the Ezreal. Ezreal's going to plunk the ultimate, but here's Shyvana. We'll see if she goes into Dragon form, or is just be able to finish off the jungler is possible. Now we see Raging Apron. Can she spin to win here with the fire damage? Burn not going to be enough on the side of Shyvana, as Karma does flash out of it. Now Zach and Yuumi are going to tower dive the enemy mid laner, and with the help of Sylas, that is going to be a kill going over to them. Now Sivir is pushing in the mid lane here, and Gnar is actually going to get the first tower of the game up in top lane for Stars. So while we did kill the enemy AD carry, Stars is losing tier 1 in bottom, and it doesn't look like Sivir is actually going to take the tier 1 in mid. Much closer game here in game number 2 compared to game number 1, as it's been the peak of about a 2,000 gold lead for Stars, but after those kill trades and tower trades, the gold now has shrunk to just 1,000k gold lead for them. Zach gonna engage in onto Gnar, who gets bounced out of his jump yet again with the lad's bound from Zach, keeping him in place, as Yumi's looking to try and jump over to the jungler, but it's like, no, I'm not gonna get caught out by that giant monster. It's now Ezreal and Gragas and Braum here in the mid lane. Nice, Braum did lock the Ezreal ultimate, trying to clear out the minions. position. So now can Sivir push this in hard enough to get this tower? How much health is left on this bad guy? 355 health on this tier 1 tower for InkJet. I think that's definitely a focal point on which Stars can set up a plan as Yuumi is getting caught out by the Gragas, but there's exhaust being burnt as Yumi's trying to jump. Oh my god, Ezreal just barely lived. I didn't see the health before the heal came in, but after the heal, definitely in the low hundreds. We will see as Nar's going to slab Shyvana, and that's a 20 into the wall here. Does the combo, and he's probably going to keep on. Will follow up. Take the gold back up. It does look like a Bladed Rune King first item on the side of Shyvana. We saw a lot of action in game 1 around top and mid. This game, the action's been kind of all over the place, with Stars being a lot more mobile and willingness to roam around the map. They did a lane swap about, you know, getting their Sivir into mid lane with Karma in the bot lane a lot faster before even any of the towers dropped, which is slightly surprising. But a nice adaptation I like out of them to try and, you know, accelerate their main win condition here. It's going to get Sivir right. Try and get Sivir as much golden experience as possible right now. Try and have her be your real heavy carry damage dealer. Gnar is going to be a nice tank. Gragas is going to get some nice Gragas ultimates off in the team fights, but Sivir's the really one dealing all the damage with the help of the more supportive build coming out of the Karma. But it's a nice balance, the fact that Gragas is going a lot more damage heavy than... so there's going to be some AP damage. As Sylas is going to jump in onto the Braum with the Zac as well, who's going to get slowed. He's going to get stunned. Now Zac is only gets stunned by the help of the Braum passive. And now flashing as Sylas uses the Braum ultimate to disengage. So Sylas ultimate down as Gragas is going to barrel slam in onto the Mikhail. Flashing out is Ezreal, but there's one Q, and there's the Gragas ultimate as well. Taking out Shyvana is going to jump in with the help of Zac as everyone's going to pile pool in the same section. Sejuani, Sylas over the wall with the help of Yuumi is going to get 4-man in the stun. Gragas not going to meet up as Sylas is going through, swinging his chains right and left, janking down everyone for the triple kill. His Photo Smart has absolutely wrecked that team fight with the help of the Yuumi. Gonna go in here now. Zac somehow lived through that entire thing as well, and Zac is now started up the dragon with the help of Yuumi. And which was a team fight or position for Stars where they were up 1,000 gold. They are now down 1,000 gold as Sylas is trying to get the kill under tower and does so. So belated almost ace for InkJet as Zac is just slowly chipping away at this dragon. Yuumi, you got to get off and like Q it and auto it, my kitty cat. You got to Q the dragon. You got to auto the dragon. It's Zac. This is just autoing this thing is going so slow. And down it goes. So Mountain Dragon does go over to InkJet, and they're really going to like that on the side of Shyvana, of course, as she is going to be doing her passive, and Zac's going to like the Mountain one as well. So, passive here. So, it's just 5 additional armor and magic resist. And then Dragon Form gives you another 5. So, right now it's 15 in Dragon Form, 10 otherwise. We'll see what InkJet can do with 1,000 gold lead. We saw that it was Stars were, you know, doing well with it before, but just weren't quite capitalizing that team fight, that AoE. They Sylas with the Yuumi on him over the wall. Just whatever momentum Stars had built up prior to that team fight just got shut down entirely by just the great positioning and or the corridor that they happened to fight in, I should say. Because it started off really well for them. They were able to get the Ezreal super fast, but sadly, it was just not to be in that team fight at the very end. Gnar is in the bot lane split pushing, and Sivir's gone back to mid lane pushing with the 2 supportive champions, Karma, Braum on either side. Gnar taking another tower. So 3-1 in towers. Towers definitely favoring Stars at the moment. They also were able to get the first Rift Herald in Shelly. There is no more, 'cause it's actually 21.5 minutes, so we're at Baron time. I don't think either team of these has a really good Baron at the moment. As Yumi Ezreal, the poke is getting pretty real here onto this Sivir. And Gnar looking to maybe get engaged in onto Shyvana down here on the bot lane, trying to push off away from this tier 2. Now, Karma versus Sylas has definitely favored the Sylas in these encounters for most of the game. Zac going to steal away some jungle as Gragas is busy trying to clear out minions here in mid. And maybe looks to do an engage over the wall. 2.5 minutes until the next dragon, and I think we will definitely have a team fight over that dragon. Stars does not want Shyvana to get even more dragon stacks. Letting her get tankier for no good reason. Plus, it's a mountain, so she's going to get like extra tanky, right? Just going to mountain stacked on top of her passive. It's going to give her even more ability to be tanky, and she's got a full offensive build too. So this means she doesn't have to invest that much into defensive stats. Just focus on the offensive build. Maybe get a health on the next item. Interesting, she also went for Boots Lucidity. I'm not sure if that's needed. I'm once again, top Shyvana is something I haven't played in a while, so I'm not sure if that is necessarily the correct play, but it is going to make it easier to spam those abilities here when you're split pushing. Zac's going to come over, and Gnar is going to drop out of Mega Form here in just a moment as Gnar is going to slam in, but Zac also gets the same treatment as Shyvana is going to maybe look to go in for Mega Form as both Stride Breakers have been burned. Zac's going to jump in and trying to go for the Let's Bounce. That's not going to happen as Sivir has popped the ultimate here with the help of Karma. They're going to speed up. There's the Let's Bounce coming out from Zac. He's trying to knock people up as Sylas is pushing in the top lane as Bloblets are going to go down. And Gragas drops the barrel onto Shyvana's head, but that's not going to matter as the tier 1 in mid goes down by Ezreal Yumi, and does look like Sylas is going to be taking tier 2 in the top lane. So they give up 1 kill and a... for what? Karma teleport, tier 2 in top lane and tier 1 in mid lane. I think that trade advantage goes for InkJet. Now, being the team behind, it's nice to knock Zac out of Bloblet form and you know burn that passive for the next dragon fight here in 18 seconds. We'll see how much that particularly matters as Gnar is trying to be pressured into going into Mega Gnar form before the dragon starts, and he is. He's going into Mega form early. He's going to be out of Mega form by the time Dragon spawns, so we will see how this is going to impact the team fight. The fact that there isn't going to be that tank ultimate coming out on the side of Stars. Now, he has to have cooldown on his passive before it gets to reset here. Zac looking to jump down from this angle here, and Zac's going to go even onto the dragon, and it looks like with the help of Yumi tries to get on the back line, and Shyvana, sorry, is on the one in the back line. Sylas to go forward as well. Shyvana's going to die up in the front line too. Sivir, there's Gragas throwing barrels off on the side and Ignite, and there's Braum. Zac's going to miss the jump in, but Gragas is stuck in a rock in a hard place as they're chasing the Ezreal over on that side, but then it's now Sylas and Yumi on this side trying to get in on this as Gnar's going to flash in. He's back in the Mega Form that came back up really early. He's going to miss the Q as Sylas is going to slip out of that one. Zac's going to re-engage, get a kill in onto the Karma. That's going to deal a lot of damage as Sivir's going to pick up that kill with the help of Yumi. Sylas is in the background here. Dragon's been started pushing everyone into the wall. Everyone's getting slammed into it. There's not enough here. Golden Sylas. Yumi has to jump off and try to jump back on for the heal. Absolutely epic reduction as Dragon gets restarted again, pushing people back against the wall as an ace goes over to Stars in that team fight. And on top of the kills, they are rewarded with another Mountain Dragon. Oh my gosh, we have teleport by Shyvana. Shyvana gonna come in and try and get a kill here on the Gragas on the way out. Gnar's gonna have to try and jump out of this one. No, he's gonna use his ultimate because it's back up. As they're gonna, 2 top laners are fighting now in the Dragon Pit. Shyvana's like, this is my home, this is my kingdom. I am the Dragon Champion. Sorry, that was the first Mountain Dragon going over to Stars. What an epic team fight, though. Great job by both teams. Shyvana coming back in at the very last second, teleport to pick up yet another kill. So it ends up being, what, like a 5-for-4 in favor of Stars. And they also get the Dragon. Shyvana gets a bounty, though, at the end of it. So we'll see what happens. Is Shyvana going to be able to go into ult form here? Sivir was able to pick up a lot of kills and assists in that fight, and does have the Executioners now. Gragas did go for the Morellonomicon. There's the Bramble Vest on Gnar, so there's a lot of anti-heal. There's also a Bramble Vest on Braum. As Zach's going to engage in, trying to get in onto this Karma, is going to slap together Braum as Sivir's looking off on the side. There's the Yuumi ult as Shyvana's going to go in as well. And there's Sylas who stole the Braum ult, everything happening. Gnar is in mini form off the side, has not gotten big yet. Sivir's damaged Qs are going to go through. She's going to be able to take down one. It's going to happen. And Sylas is going to re-engage in onto Gnar, who's going to go make it for him. But Sylas is on gold. Gnar is going to go into the background with the help of Gragas. So Sylas is trying to get onto the back line here. There's a drop down as Sylas is going to be dropped as Gnar is now chasing Zach and Yuumi. As Stars are going to pick up that team fight for the win. So the team fights are getting better and better as no one's able to get in on the Sivir. She's going to be outputting the damage this game for Stars in these team fights. And her Ricochet and Boomerang Blader is absolutely shredding through the enemy team right now. As Zac is the only one with any armor other than Sylas with the Zhonyas. And you're not blocking any damage when you're golden anyway. But not enough health on the members of Stars, so they're going to back off the Baron. Kills have now been reduced to a 1-kill lead for InkJet. Although they still are up 1,000 gold, so even after all of the fighting, there has basically been between a 1,000 gold pot plus or minus for either team for, I want to say, about 20 minutes now. This game has been very close, very, very close. And if one team can get an ace with a decent amount of healthy members, it can swing in their favor drastically. Now, all the outer towers are down, so I do expect the need for Baron to help break some of these tier 2s. I don't expect either one of these teams to use a hard split push method coming out. You maybe both these teams kind of looking like 4-1 comps. Maybe a little bit more of a 1-3-1 coming out on the side of InkJet with the Sylas, but I mean, Zac is just going to sort of keep everyone together. The Zac engage with the engage from the Shyvana is really nice, but then you have the counter engage from the Gragas and the Braum, and then you can, on their end, they also have the Karma running in and Gnar. It's just an overall really good team comps from both of these teams, and it's been really nice to see the positives of each of their sides here trying to enact their Moses. Sivir is maybe looking to do a little bit of a wraparound, just try and get some vision, trying to protect this Karma, who's definitely done an excellent job here in this game with the Staff of Flowing Water shielding and speeding everyone up. It's going to be so important to help with these team fights to make sure that Sivir stays alive. And it's a little bit more, protect the team comp versus dive comp coming out on the side of InkJet. But InkJet also have their own comps, right? They got the Yuumi for protection and disengage as well. So it's not the end of the world from either team if they get engaged upon. It's just all about layering your CC properly, damage focusing the same target at the same time. Your normal front to back team fight stuff. It's a lot easier said than done, though. Do want to see how they want to set up. It does look like Dragon here in 20 seconds is going to be the next objective, as both these teams are kind of handshaking that Baron is not that important. Getting the vision down properly is really going to matter. Having your waves pushing as Sylas and Gnar down in the bot wave, looking at it versus Shyvana pushing in the top wave. So we do have a little bit of that 1-3-1 advantage coming out on the side of InkJet, as Karma is going to actually have to try and go deal with the Shyvana. And that just means that the team, oh my gosh, and Shyvana's just going to start tanking towers here as Braum and Gragas are being caught. Switch back to the other team fight, the team fight that's happening direct to camera, as teleports are coming in from both these teams. as it's going to happen. Shyvana's going to go in with the Zac. Karma's teleporting in as well. So we got all 10 people at the Dragon Pit here, as we have Dragon number 5 has spawned. It is a mountain here. We'll see what's going to happen. Will Gragas go over the wall for a steal? Goes with the ultimate for the disengage. There's Braum going to Zac's and going to Ezreal's not going to take that one. Everything. Shyvana's to be able to get 4 people in the same pit. It's the disengage trying to go through as there as well. Nara is not yet to go. Megaform is trying to get in onto this. Shyvana definitely gets the stun, gets on the 1, gets on the 2. That's Ezreal taking all the damage. It's Rocket Tacos is going to be taking down that one. And with the top winner and the AD carry dead, they lost the Dragon, but it looks like Stars is going to be rushing straight over to Baron. Now Zac's smite is down. Gragas did not get in range or had another charge of it, so this smite fight is currently looking. Never mind, Zac's smite is back up as we are trying to set this up. Kills now 20-19 in lead for Stars, but we saw one Dragon fight leading straight into a Baron fight. Does look like they're trying to burn this one down quickly as they're trying to get an eye on Zac to see where he's jumping from. Perseverance is going to go for the Q over the wall. Zac's going to engage. Can he get? He's going to go in there, and there's the Yuumi with the Baron steal. The ultimate from Yuumi is going to take the Baron. I can't believe it. As Star's going to try and re-engage, but there's Golden Silas happening. As Perseverance has got the exhaust on. He's not going to be able to deal much damage with that. Spell shield is not going to be enough to save him from the change themselves. As Gragas is going to body slam his way through the Yuumi. It's not going to happen as Zac is just too tanky. Takes out Soul Reaver. Silas Photosmart taking more chain damage onto Nar, who's going to bunny hop his way off the blue buff over the wall. I can't believe it. Yuumi stole the Baron. Oh, that's going to be a heartbreaker. If you are on Stars to lose the Baron, as everything's going to get slapped together here, as Nar's going to have to Skybreaker away. Shyvana's going to go into ultimate. Ace coming out on the side of, oh my, I'm in complete shock that the Yuumi ultimate is what stole the Baron. Okay, well, if you're Stars, I know you gotta take a minute. Not even, you don't get a minute, right? You're in the game. You gotta take like 4 seconds and just be like, okay, it's done, it's over with. Kill the Silas. Just prevent him from doing any of this stuff. Take him out. Get a Baron off another one of their team members. Try and keep your inhibitor towers up. And prepare for the next Dragon here in 2.5 minutes. It's just play Turtle, right? You gotta, Teenage Mutant, Turtle at the base at the whole time here to see what's going on. Dat Puff with stealing that game-winning play right there. Ezreal is not, I mean, he's got a lot of damage out this game, but 1, 5, and 4 scores, nothing to write home for. Silas has been the king, the kill king here in this game. 15, 5, and 2. Now has a full build at 35 minutes. We have Deathcap. We have Everfrost. We have Cosmic Drive. We have Zhonya's Void Staff and, of course, Boots. And still got the yellow trinket, which is fine, as long as he's putting down the wards. Don't necessarily switch up to the blue just yet. He's out of spots for like pink wards, right? He's the richest man in the game with 16, almost 17,000 gold so far in 35 minutes. That is very impressive by Photosmart here as Yuumi jumps in with the Zac. So we will see how this goes into the next team fight. Dragon here in 1:20. The Baron power play, I think that the game was basically even. And now they're up like just under 5,000 on the side of InkJet. So we're going to say 5,000 on this Baron power play for them. As everyone's just getting ready for another Dragon. It's going to be Soul Dragon. As Shyvana's going to absolutely love that with the passive here. What are we sitting at? Extra bonus 20 armor and magic resist. Definitely has picked up the Hysterics for a lot more health and damage, and the Thorn Mail to try and reduce that damage coming out from Sivir, as it is one problem on the Stars United Esports Club. Their damage is heavily Sivir focused. Sivir falls early in these teams fight or is, for whatever reason, unable to just pump out the damage with the boomerangs and the ricochets, whether she gets zoned out or whatever, it's going to be a very one-sided fight because Ezreal pumps out damage, Sylas is pumping out damage, and I think the Shyvana is pumping out a little bit more damage than the Nars. Nars got a lot more tanky build going for him. Dragon is spawning in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As Shyvana and Gnar are in the top lane, and it looks like, are they going to hand Dragon over? Are they just going to, they are rushing at Shyvana. I would not try and kill Shyvana. Shyvana can get super fast here. She's already gone into Dragon form, and with your jungler here, you can't even go for a steal, so that is going to be a steal going over to Mountain Dragon, and she's so fast. Between Stride Breaker and her W, you're not going to be able to catch her. She's just going to be able to outrun you. Now, although there's the Gragas ultimate, that's a lot of damage. Oh my gosh, the Stride Breaker and the healing coming out on the side of Shyvana nearly takes down the Sivir. As we finish everything off as the more damage coming out on the side. As, I mean, they're just going to be able to start tanking these towers up as there's the Braum ultimate to try and dissuade them from pushing in any further, but with the tower dropping, it's pretty much done there as they got what they wanted. They're out. It's going to be a rough go. Karma trying to boost up the speed. Will they re-engage? How much health does Zac have right now? Sorry, wrong jungler. 3,400, but jeez, 200 armor. And he only has like 2 armor items. As they're going to flash in, they're trying to chase in on his side, but Slice is going to go back in onto Braum. Gnar is in Mega, but it will drop out of Mega. It does not go. Let's bounce around with the Ezreal ult on top. There's the Sylas using the Braum ult, and down goes Karma. There's no food up, no more shields. As Sivir is down. There's no more damage left on the side of Stars other than the Gragas, who's built tanky. Teleport coming in by Shyvana is Gragas' ultimate. It's not going to dissuade Sylas from getting in some. He's going to chase him down and finish that one off. And we got Fasty Dragon coming in through enough as Zac's going to jump over, in onto the bar on the back end here. As Sheep's Head is going to take down Rocket Tacos here. Yumi going to jump ahead to the Zac, add another heal. And with the help of Mountain Dragon, this team is ridiculously tanky. I don't think they're going to be able to survive this one. As Stars United E-Club's last hope is in onto this Gnar. He is going to slam people away, so he throws everyone back in the base. Can he get back to the fountain for the heal? Does look like he is going to make it. As we have 18, 16, 17 seconds on the Sivir. I don't think she's going to be back up in time to do a base defense here. As Shyvana is now go back into Dragon form here. So we take on the tower. Zac's going to jump over everyone trying to prevent Gnar from doing everything. Gnar is going to have to flash out. He did not have enough damage to take out any of the minions. With the minions, they're going to be taking down the tower. Karma is up. Sivir is up. There's the speed up for both of them trying to get everything through. But Shyvana is focusing on the Nexus as down goes Stars. And that's going to be a 2-0 for InkJet420. Excellent series out of them. Very close game at number 2. Dat Puff with that Baron steal is going to secure them the victory. Basically it was even. And, Stars had just won a team fight, and they were, switching over to winning the game, and it just didn't happen, right? So like we had that final play, absolutely ridiculous. So let's go over to the endgame stats. Okay, so here you're coming to your in-game stats here, as it was a really good game, and basically the Sivir at the end there, they tried the hard engage, and they just weren't able to chase down and get a kill on anyone, and then the re-engage with the Zac, the Sylas, the Yumi, Ezreal, is just too much, and they took them out in that final team fight, and they got to Sivir first, and when Sivir goes down first, that's all of your damage coming out on this style of comp. So excellent job to finally find that pick at the very end. Sylas, the 18, 5 and 3, pretty spectacular there as well. And I'm pretty sure as the final stats come up here, I think I know if there's going to be a little clip going up on the YouTube channel later today. Not only this entire match, but a very specific one, if you know what I'm talking about, coming out of a special little kitty cat on a little book. We will be seeing that Baron play on the highlight reel, and if you are watching this on YouTube, hit the like, comment, and subscribe. The normal YouTube saying slogans that come out from everyone else. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, follow us in the Discord, pay attention to the announcements. There is a playoff match happening later this evening. There is finals matches happening on Thursday, and in which a lot of those will end up being vodcasted, so we'll have to try and figure out how we're going to end up doing those. So pay attention to the Discord content announcements, regular announcements. Our end of regular season does happen a week from today. So, or end of the playoffs, sorry, is the end of season 5. It's been an excellent season for a lot of these teams. A lot of these players. Definitely want to highlight what we've seen out of them. We have off-season events of TFT, LOR, trivia, ARAM, so pay attention to those announcements. Make sure you go to the proper Discord channels to add your roles, so for those, so you pay attention to those comments out as well. So if anyone has any questions or anything, just hit us up. I want to thank you all for joining me this afternoon, and I finished with an hour and 20 minutes to spare before I actually have to leave. So luckily this was a 2-game series. When I set these things in motion, I don't even know what I'm going to be casting. So I gave myself plenty of time, but I didn't, I guess, need to rush it as much as I need to. So congratulations on the 2-0 for InkJet, and we will see you guys in the finals. The rest of you have a good day.